Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Palmisano here. Hope you're having a great day out there. I'm on the GuitarGate Reacts request page. And what do we have here? We have a little Whiskey Myers Broken Window Serenade by Casey Schroyer. Casey, thanks for being a lifetime member. I've heard of Whiskey Myers. I feel like this has been requested a bunch of times. And so Casey says, a powerful song about the pressures of life and how it's impossible to stop some things from happening no matter how hard you want to. Well, that's absolutely truth. There's the micro trends, the things that you can control, and then there's the wave. There's the macro stuff that you either get on it or you get washed away, and that can come from any aspect of your life. And so I don't know from which he's going to sing, but let's hit the button.
Song's called Broken Window Serenade. I wrote this song about a guy who was in love with a girl growing up and kind of just goes through her life and the stuff she had to deal with, and she actually ends up dying of amphetamine abuse, and it kind of explains the area where we're from really good. So here it is. A couple of pearly flies is what I brought to you. I saw you through a broken window with a different point of view. You had signs of depression from a long line of sin, and your face tells a story about the places you have been. I love you so. Thought you should know.
C major, E minor.
And them muddy waters flowing as you take my hand past the creek down by the hollow, through your daddy's land. And I could buy you a diamond, but I cannot change the world, 'cause I ain't got no money. Be my girl. I thought you should know.
All right, so real quick, harmony-wise, C major to E minor. So 1, 2, 3. Second guitar starts coming in after what I guess that's the third verse, something like that, and just little triad up here. This little piece of pattern 4. You're just playing the chord tones in C major, C, E, and G, or you can even add the extra C on top, right? Then when it goes to E minor, it's not as audible, but your basic logic would tell you to do your close voice leading, so meaning change as few of the notes as possible to increase continuity. So the obvious thing to do would be to take C, E, and G and drop the C to a B to give you that E minor triad. Because the only thing that's different between C major and E minor is the difference between a C note and a B note. And again, you can do it on top too. Anytime you can remove excess motion, you increase continuity in your parts. It's just simple and true.
You was gonna be a singer, a big movie star, but you can't catch no breaks, baby, and Hollywood is hard. Now you work down at the timeout off of 155, and you're dancing for your dollars, just trying to stay alive. It hurts me so. I thought you should know.
All right, I'm really trying to listen to the lyrics here and not nerd out on guitar, but I just want to point out that this next iteration through, the second guitar keeps adding little things. So C major, and then with the pinky, he's sussing out, so suspending the major third, and so adding the F in here to the 4. That's what sus means. It means suspending the third. And so immediately when you suspend the third, you suspend the function of the chord for all intents and purposes. And so you get this floatiness because we don't have a hard 3 in there. And then a similar motion happens when he goes to the E minor, stays away from the upper triad, and brings the motion by hammering on the 4th string from the 7th to 9th fret, getting the 4th to the 5th of E minor. But again, the focus is having C turn into B.
And you feed your addiction with your crystal meth, and I plead for your life as it takes you to your death. You make your deal with the devil as your looks begin to fade. I saw you laughing through the tears as you slowly slipped away. I watched you go.
I love that he keeps coming back to that. I'm watching you and I thought,
Yeah, I watch you go. Thought you should know. That cold rain is pouring.
all right, real quick. So, typically, you're not going to take a lead when someone else takes a lead, especially if they're not the same lead or harmonized. So, you can do whatever you want. If it sounds good, it is good, right? But typically, I would expect the harmonica part and then a lead part or back and forth, but not both at the same time. Now, as far as what the guitarist is playing, this is one of the beauties about pentatonic scales. The purpose of a pentatonic scale is to remove the half steps. And so everything has at least 2 frets, right? And what happens when you do that is it enables you to stay away from the common pitfalls of playing the full scale over each chord. So you can play a C major pentatonic and do all those runs, but then move to E minor pentatonic and over the E minor, and you don't have any issue. For example, if you were to switch to a full E minor scale over E minor here, you would be outlining the 6th chord, okay? You'd have right? You wouldn't be playing over the 3 chord. So just know that so many great songs and so many great lines and stuff, so many great melodies come from the pentatonic scale for that reason. It's very vocal because you remove the half steps. And when you do that, you tend to avoid most of the common quote unquote out of key bad notes, if you will. Let's listen to how he wraps it up.
They lay you in the grave and I can barely recognize you in your fragile state. No more signs of depression from a long time ago. I throw in a pretty flyer as he slowly it was a road
Like that.
I thought you should know. A couple of pretty flies is what I brought to you. I saw you through a broken window with a different point of view.
Yeah. That's Whiskey Myers' Broken Window Serenade, brought to you by Casey Schroyer. Casey, thanks for being a lifetime member on Guitargate. You know, how do I put this? There's a sentiment that I feel going, that I've heard over and over again, that as bad as you might be suffering, it's really harder for a lot of the people that care about you. And so many songs are written from the perspective of the addict or the drunk or the person that can't believe in themselves or that has no way of forgiving themselves. But this is a song from the perspective of someone that loves that person, and it is killing them to watch someone they love not forgive themselves, not believe in themselves. Watch them keep doing the things, and it just and they know it's probably too late because they've been doing it for years and years and years now. Such an interesting perspective. I've been pretty transparent on this channel about I've lost a handful of friends to alcohol and drug addiction. I have a brother that's an opioid heroin addict that's been in and out of rehabs and jails and hospitals his entire life, or at least his entire adult life, I should say. And every time the phone rings from that side of the family, if you will, from that corridor, because there aren't many channels left open where communication flows, we always think it's going to be that call. It's just an interesting thing to remember that as dark and as hollow as you might feel, and as much as you feel like you'll never be able to forgive yourself, and no one will ever be able to forgive you. No one wants that call. Everybody would like the perspective to change, right? And not be on the inside and the outside, and have that feeling like Whiskey Myers is kind of presenting, where I've given up hope, right? I'm kind of defeated, but I thought you should know. They were roses. I thought you should know, right? Like, it's a powerful song, and I hope that you learned a little something guitar-wise in there and arrangement-wise. Very simple, 1 major to a 3 minor, very simple embellishments. The idea is to support the song and let the song be the thing that carries the water, if you will, that carries the heavy weight. Only thing I personally would do differently is I wouldn't have a harmonica lead and a guitar lead at the same time. But as the artist, you get to do whatever the hell you want, as you should. That's it, my friends. I love you. Take care of yourselves. And again, if you want to be like Casey and you want to join the community and pick what comes next on YouTube and show us all where we should go next, that is a thank you for those that take my lessons and courses. So if you join Guitargate, it's the first link in the description. You'll have the option to do so. And I'd love to have you and be a part of this journey. That's it. Take care. Keep the guitar in your hands. Stay safe out there. Cheers.